What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some Duel of Hunters. So let's get into it today. We're going to be checking this out. Let's actually click on the game real quick because yeah, that music is definitely not copyright friendly. So maybe I might have to take out all the sounds in this. It just depends on what kind of music pops up. So you guys might not even be able to hear that, but this is a Hunter x Hunter game. There's so many anime like related games coming out. Oh my god, I'm definitely not gonna be able to have that music. It's the Hunter x Hunter music. Yeah, I'm probably gonna turn off all sounds in this, so sorry about that. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, you guys can go play the game, but I haven't actually found a Hunter x Hunter game in quite a while. I mean, there was a few that I played. There was this Hunter x Hunter game that I played a while back. Of course, it friggin' got shut down. There's some other card game ones. I've tried quite a few, but I haven't found one that I want to stick to. So yeah, we'll see if we can find some stuff. But I noticed lately a lot of anime related and just really interesting games have been coming out, especially around anime. Like, it's insane how many games have been coming out. So I'm gonna start playing them. The English versions, of course. If I can't find the English versions, there's so many. Korean, Japanese, like Chinese. There's so many different apps for those. So yeah, I'm gonna start diving down those. Although with those, a little bit harder to understand, just for the fact that, of course, it's in a different language. So we're gonna have to learn as we play. So that is gonna be interesting. But yeah, if you guys like Hunter x Hunter, here's a new mobile game. I don't think it's new. Because some of these games, of course, they either don't have the rights or they do and then they run out and then they have to change their name. That's why like you find some games that just keep changing their name and stuff like that. That's usually the issue. For legal reasons, they just change the name and they basically have to do it all over again. This is how they get out of it. But yeah, there's been so many games coming out recently for anime related stuff. So if you guys find any, let me know, because I'm definitely looking for some anime related game. I've been looking one for Fire Force. I found one in it was Japanese. There's a Korean. I don't remember what it was under, but there was one, and of course I don't know what it's called, so I can't find it again. But there was one for the Fire Force one that I've been looking for, and of course I can't search it up because it's in a different language. So if any of you guys know what, or if there's multiple games out there with that, let me know, because I have been reading the series and it's pretty good so far. But Hunter x Hunter, really good series. We just don't get a lot of it, which is unfortunate, honestly. It's really good games. Like, besides these games, I haven't tried this one. There's some other pretty good games out there for Hunter x Hunter, but since we don't get that much content that often, I feel like it's overlooked quite often, but it's such a good series. And you can just make up characters, honestly. Like with any of these series, all you have to do is make up a new look for them, like Bleach does. Like they use the same characters, or like some of these other genres, they just use the same characters. Like Hunter x Hunter, you got Gon and stuff like that, but there can be like 30 different Gons, like Christmas version. Like there's so many different versions you can actually do, even though you just have like a base game for it. Because I doubt we're gonna get anything Hunter. Like we'll probably get a couple chapters every year if it continues the way it's going. But game related, there's so much stuff you can do with it. There's just so much in that, like the game itself or in the series itself. And there's so much stuff that you can just make up, because the enemies don't have to be technically from Hunter x Hunter, or they could be like side characters, or like I don't know. You just gotta make something up, because I mean you're gonna hit the wall sooner or later with this. Where we'll probably catch up to the series. That's why we got another anime of the same series, although it's just a better version, but still. And then. Yeah, there's just some really good arcs in Hunter x Hunter. It's just a shame that we don't actually get more Hunter x Hunter related stuff. And this one seems pretty simple. You have 4 slots, you got the extra character, Up top, I don't know what these are for. It says storyline, so I don't know what that means. Maybe for the story? I don't know. And then of course we have the characters rolling by and stuff like that. Some of the characters look pretty good. Going, this one, got a little bit too big of a head. Pretty good on that one. She looks pretty good too, although she probably has the bigger form. Yeah, they probably have like all the characters, but the actual look of the card compared to the actual look itself, sometimes look at this compared to look at it. His face looks so serious here, and then like he's got a big ass forehead on this one. But I mean, for certain genres or for certain games and stuff like that, like you're only gonna get so much. I mean, this game pretty much copies a ton of other stuff, but it's Hunter x Hunter nonetheless. So some people are gonna play it, some people are not gonna like it. It just depends, honestly. There's so many other games out there too that you can just go play. I mean, I read so many series, and I'm always looking for games for them. I find quite a few of them, but they're always in a different language, which kind of sucks for like anime and manga and stuff like that, because there's so many good series. And I find a ton of the games for them, it's just they're always in a different language, and by the time we get the English version, the series is either ending or it's being popular, and then it's just like a ton of people come to it. So I might have to start playing the JP versions of some of these games that I find. Some of them I actually played, I just didn't record them because it's me figuring out how to play, but that might be pretty interesting as well, considering like the Fairy Tail game I play, I kind of learned how to play that. So I'm just gonna be doing, or I'm gonna try to find pretty good series, and if they don't have the English version, I'm just gonna start playing the other versions of them, because honestly they have actually a better selection in terms of anime and stuff like that, just because out there it was more prevalent back then, as to where now it's like starting to blow up. So I might have to start just going for anything and everything. And I've been reading newer series as well. I don't just read shonen and stuff like that. I've been getting into slice of life and stuff like that as well. Some of the games for those series are just, I don't know if you guys like them, because some of them are basically just taking the story and telling a series with like a game aspect to it. It's just like telling the story. It's just like the weirdest things. It's basically like a novel in a game, or mixed with a game. So it's kind of telling you the novel, and then like you'll have a hint of like getting characters or leveling characters, stuff like that. But it's like really weird. I've been finding those as well, and they're in a different language, so I don't have no idea what's going on. So I don't know, I might just start playing anything and everything. I did do that at one point, just play whatever and just start uploading it, and whatever works. So we might actually try that again. Just depends. Like, so far this game's been alright. It's not like the best Hunter x Hunter game I've ever played, but for the sheer amount of Hunter x Hunter games, which there aren't many, I mean, you might end up liking it. I don't know. I guess it just really depends on your playstyle. Because I see a lot of card games with series, and I'm not really into, like, I played so many I think at this point that I'm kind of just burnt out on them, because they're pretty much all the same. I'll probably end up playing them anyway, I say that now. I'm pretty sure I'll end up playing them at some point anyway. But yeah, this one's pretty simple. You have the characters, you have the energy, the diamonds, you probably VIP, you probably have some sort of gacha drawing system for diamonds or tickets or whatever they have. You got the characters, so it's just a matter of if you like this style of game compared to maybe a turn-based or card game, and I'm pretty sure you can find those, whether they're actual licensed stuff that's a little bit different. Because even I feel like some of the non-licensed games are sometimes some of the best, but then they just like you play them for like a month or maybe a little bit longer, maybe even a year, and then they just get taken down, and then it's just like, that was fun. Why come they just didn't license it to, or take that, license it, pay the people to keep running it, because it's really good. There's been a few games like that that I don't understand why they just didn't pay. Like, they already had the thing running, just take their cut. I never understood that about certain series. Like, the English market may not be the biggest, but there's still a market there, especially when it comes to mobile games. Like, it takes them, let's say, Attack on Titan. It was big a couple years ago. Now we're finally getting all the games for it, which there was games back then that were just not actual licensed games. And then it took forever to get them, and now it's like, oh, we moved on to Demon Slayer or like this or that. Like, unless it's like the big series that everybody knows, then it just took way too long. And I feel like that's where a lot of people just stop caring about Attack on Titans. Or there's been other series that's happened to as well. Like, we'll finally get a game and stuff like that. Like Fairy Tail, we're finally getting a game that's coming out after the thing's over. I don't know how big it's gonna be. I like Fairy Tail. I've always liked Fairy Tail. I didn't like the ending of the series and stuff like that, but same with like Hunter x Hunter. I like the series, like the arc we're on now. Oh, I can't wait for it to like actually get some more stuff, but I know that's not gonna happen unless like a bunch of stuff happens beyond that. But for games, there's still a Hunter x Hunter market out there, and there always will be. It's just no one wants to capitalize on it, I guess. And then you get games like these where I'm pretty sure this isn't, it might be licensed, I don't know, I didn't actually look into it, but I have been seeing it pop up on Instagram. I think Facebook popped up once, like, so we gotta start getting some of these games and start doing other series besides the big ones, because there's other series out there that are not as big, but there's just a really good fan base for them. Like, even though they have less of a fan base, they're just more into it than others. And I feel like Hunter x Hunter is one of those series where it's just like if you haven't read Hunter x Hunter or watched the series, I don't know what you're doing. Like, yeah, we haven't been getting that much of it in the past couple of years, but when we do get it, it's really, really good. And I feel like a lot of people learn anime from, of course, the anime itself, the manga sometimes, stuff like that. But some people just find games that they like. Like, oh, I want to play an anime game. Like, sometimes that's just how they get into a series. Or they'll read like a couple chapters, like, oh, let me see if there's any games for this. Or they read the entire thing and then they look for games because they just want to keep playing and stuff like that. Because I always look for Hunter x Hunter, or I look for anime in general on games, just because I used to like covering all that stuff. That's how I found a ton of them as well. But lately, there's just been so much more. And for me, that's a good thing, because I can just do a ton of these. And I could probably make a video every day for a year on anime, based off of just the sheer amount of games that have been coming out recently. Yeah, let me know what kind of games you guys like for like anime related ones. You guys like the card games, the strategy? I'm surprised no one's made, well, I guess they sort of made a MOBA with anime characters. I mean, the fighting ones like Bandai has been doing really good in terms of games, creating content, stuff like that for games. Although some of the stuff they do is just interesting. But I don't know how licensing works from country to country is basically what it is. So that's where we have the issue, because America is different from Japan, China, Korea, stuff like that, where all this stuff comes from. So but I'm surprised that Fortnite hasn't actually tried to get some of these anime characters, or maybe they have, they're just wanting too much. I don't know how you could want so much though, because you would just take a profit of like the skin they're selling. Maybe they just want a bigger percentage than Fortnite wants to give them. I don't know. I feel like if they put out like a One Piece character or Bleach or something like that, that'd be pretty sick. Honestly, I would want like one of the series I like, but I actually like all those series. But I wonder which series they could actually get though. That'd be pretty interesting. We got some power. Yeah, I'm not talking about the game too much, by the way, if you haven't noticed, because it's pretty simple. It pretty much has you. It doesn't explain it, but it pretty much walks you through everything you're supposed to be doing. So yeah, that's pretty simple when it comes to these types of games. Yeah, we'll be playing a ton of random games. I think I'm just gonna start playing all the stuff that I was playing, because I've been playing indie games and stuff like that. I haven't been really recording them because some of them are just pretty bad, although I could see how they could be good and stuff like that. But I've been trying to stick to the games that I used to and stuff. But I think I need to start finding new games on top of the ones I've been playing, because that's what I used to do before. That's how I found quite a few games that I played that were pretty good. And then some games just blow up out of nowhere in terms of videos and stuff like that. Like you'll have a game or like a video that you made of a game like a couple years ago, and then it'll like out of nowhere start getting views and stuff. It's really weird. And then everyone keeps asking for the game, and then some of the games are just either gone or under a different name. So hopefully this one, I'm guessing it doesn't stick around in terms of the name, but I'm guessing the actual game's gonna stick around. It's just gonna move from name to name or something like that, because I don't know if they have the license or not, because I don't know who holds the license for Hunter x Hunter in terms of games. Or would it be the company that already... See, I don't know how that works. I'm not too sure. But anime games lately have been getting... I can't wait. I'm pretty sure there's probably a Demon Slayer one out there. I gotta go look. Might start looking through that now. But, can I actually back out of it? I can actually back out of these. Let's actually check. So they have the recharge gift. So it's $1. You can get it off 4-star. $5 will get you some more stuff. $15 will get you the card packs, which of course is going to be one of the arcs and stuff like that. I don't know how they're going to use the cards in this though, so there's that. They got like rookie rewards. They got rank up rewards. Most of these games, I would recommend just starting on whatever server, the newest server they put you on, because the rewards they give you usually last like a 7-day, 7-day, or sometimes it's the first month or stuff like that. So I don't know, I might play this for a little while, see how it goes, at least make a couple videos for it so it's out there, and then go from there. But let's check out the VIP stuff. So you have VIP 0, which of course they're going to give you. They give you the diamonds. It goes all the way to VIP 12, and then of course you have VIP privileges depending upon the one you want to go for, and VIP 12 is going to cost you 50k. Recharge rate is going to be, oh, they have multiple different packs. They have packs as well, so you can purchase packs. VIP 3 and under, level 40 only, so there's a growth plan. If you're VIP 3, you have the 30-day packs at $5 or 15. You have diamond rewards at 10. 5, 10, 14, and then it goes up to 100. Let's see. Oh, you have one at $1. So $1 is going to be 60. $5 is going to be 300. How much was VIP 3 anyway? Let's check. VIP 3 is going to be 500. So that's $10. Yeah, $10 for VIP 3. You do have quests. Looks at level 10, social, store. You got bonuses, events. Pretty much the normal stuff that all these games have is pretty much what you're gonna have. So it just depends on whether you just want to play it or what you're actually trying to do in the game. So we might play it for a while. I noticed some of these games actually do pretty good until like something happens to them. Because there was one for like Naruto. There's quite a few different series this reminds me of right off the bat. It's just a matter of how long this game's gonna stick around, I guess. So I guess we'll find out. But I will be making more of these. I usually do one with commentary and then the next like 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Or I waited quite a while before I actually do another one with commentary. The only reason that is because the first like hour, 2 hours, even sometimes like 3 hours, you're doing the exact same thing. And there isn't really anything to explain because it's the same thing. It's just doing the quests, leveling up characters and stuff like that. We do have a tavern, so most likely like videos that I'm gonna do commentary on are probably gonna be, at least what I try to do when I do these types of videos is I try to get enough for well in this case it's called the S class, but the highest ranked character, and I try to make videos for these. So this one gives us C to B, these are A to S, so, and then these are just the normal ones. I'm pretty sure you could probably buy some of these. Okay, so here's a pack, the premium beer pack, so it's 10 of those, 3 of the wine ones. That's pretty much it. It's 1600, so this I'm probably gonna have to get 1600. First 20 beers will have an S class hunter, so that's probably a video right there, just trying to get 20 of these. Something like that. Oh, we can actually, wait, what? We're definitely buying that. Orange. Wait, that's something else. That's not champagne. I was thinking that was wait, what is the champagne? Okay, so that's something else then. Okay, so that's what those look like. Okay. Oh, so it'd probably be something like that then? Is there one in this? Yeah, there's, I own 20, it's 600, 2,000. Or you can just buy the beer ones for 120, limit is 20. Okay, okay. I mean, it seems like an interesting game. I'll try it for a while. I don't know if I'll get bored after a while. I don't know how many parts there are actually going to be. It just depends on how often I keep it up, honestly. Like, because I could do 10 or 15 parts, or I could do like 2 or 3, or I could do 1. It just depends. So we'll see how it actually goes in terms of that. But, yo, there's so many characters in this. You can actually see the S rank characters, the ones you're gonna probably try to go for. They have them split up into Conjure and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, honestly. So if you're looking for a specific one, that's pretty sick. Server opening events, S-Class Hunter, double drop rate, only work on ice beers, and then those. Drink to win grand prize, and those. I don't know, you can't even do anything on these for some reason, it's just there, so. Okay. Oh, it actually tells you the rates. So, S rank hunters 1.3%. Oh my god, that's gonna be well, it guarantees you one though. But yeah, that's just gonna be about it for this one. Like I said, I don't know how many parts this is gonna be. I'll try to do multiple. I think I'm gonna start now and just try to get as far as we can. Try to get enough for the tavern so I can make a video for that. That might actually come out before all the other parts get out. and then I will be looking for new games to play as well and make videos for. So if you guys have any, especially anime related ones, I'm just gonna start looking for those. Well, I'll be doing other games, but I'm just gonna start doing what I used to do before in terms of videos and see how that goes. So we'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys could like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, following, and all those things. I mean, a lot, and I would appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later.